Daddy hauled a covered wagon to Beantown in the 50s, with a Derby City drop on him back home once a week. Always wanted a loan down west to see the Rockies. Vowed he'd never let another man tell him where to plant his feet. He drove a 359 Peep Classic, hauling 2 big breathers. Little flat top sleeper behind the wheel. Long and low, she'll run you down like a no mean widow. Heavy on the black smoke and light on the heels. And now he's double nickels heading north out of Cigar City, with his 99 2 days down the trail. 10 in the wind and the window down, hunting for Charlie. Never made it home for supper, and he's never around to check the mail. Pack a day caught up with him up in the Irish, and never made that backslide back to a stack of bricks. Left us a Buster Brown full of paper down at the office.
Hey guys, I got a pretty unique marsh series to go over with you. A lot of this was off of the design. It's a good friend of mine that hunts with me in the same area that I'm in, and he did a lot of the things off of my personal marsh series on his boat, and a few things that I'm probably going to wind up doing to my marsh series, to be honest with you. But this is a 15-foot marsh series, so it's right in between the 14 and the 16 that we have listed online. But you know, we will build a 15 if that's what you want. Got a 15-foot marsh series with the 3-inch taller comb, which is going to give you a little bit more freeboard and rougher seas. The box that he sits on, he brought it up higher, level with the top here. Now it goes down and under the catwalk. So when you open this lid, the storage goes down in there and under the catwalk as well. So it's a pretty big storage box, and it's higher than the normal marsh series half boxes that we normally do, which I happen to like. I noticed that in mine, I'm sitting kind of low. When you have people in the front or decoys on your Texas rig decoy collars that we put in these boats and they're piled up, it's nice to be able to see up over the top of them. So he did that on here. Got some backup lights. If you come around the back, I can show you. We tried them like this because on mine I have them right here, and when the blind is down with the grass over it, you can't see anything. I had to cut my grass out to see out of the back of these because I sunk them into this wall. That's a bad idea. So we put Jeff's out here on the edge and put him on a little bit of a cant, and so he's going to have we have a very dark launch where we go to. I mean, it is the abyss of blackness where we go launch the boat in the mornings, and backing up is always a pain in the behind. So it also helps when you're throwing out decoys and you're drifting around in the wind and it's dark outside and you go to back up, you can see what's behind you. You don't wrap your decoy lines up in your prop. The backup lights are nice to have. So we tried something new on his and have these boxes kind of a little bit on a slant to shine out behind the boat. That's one thing he did a little unique. Now these things you see on the side right here, I had done on my boat. And all that does, I wrap that in wire. I'm able to take some brush and tie strap it straight up on this outside piece, and I find it gives it, once I set my blind up with the normal fast grass and brush I put on it, it sticks straight up like this and gives it a second dimension, and I like that a lot. You can also attach what I did last year was I had some Army camo netting tied to a PVC pipe that I would just unhook with bungee cords and roll down the sides of the boat when I got where I was going, and then grab the PVC pipe and roll it up and bungee strap it up high out of the water when I was running. But it also creates a cavity down inside here. But when you lift the blind up on this side, the netting goes down to the top of that little wall out there. So all of this down inside here you can use for storage. I put my guns inside there, blind bags, I put all kind of stuff and keep it off of the floor. So this kind of serves a dual purpose that we have going on for the situation that we're doing where we hunt. It works for us. And it bolts off and on. It just unbolts right here, and then one bolt in the middle and two bolts there, and that side piece will come off. Up here in the front, he did something really cool. He's got a removable deck. And as you can see right here, these knobs, there's a knob here and a knob there and two on the other side. And this deck, which is U-shaped, this is the extended deck that stays permanently on the Marsh series, comes right here. This piece doesn't remove. It's covering his gas tank, his trolling motor battery, and his cranking battery right here. But this section, the U-shaped deal in the front, comes completely off. So for fishing, he's got a seat base up here, a nice big front deck up here, trolling motor bracket mounted out of the way. And you can literally take this trolling motor wire here, has a forklift plug. You can unplug it and take it off, and it's got a quick release bracket on the trolling motor too. He says he's going to leave his deck on here for duck season. We'll see how that goes. We do have brush pipes or rod holders, whichever you want to use them for, throughout the deck, so he can stick myrtle bushes up here on the front deck and use it. We're going to try that. I'll see how it goes. He's got the decoy collars here for running his spud poles for his decoys, another thing to keep stuff off the floor. If you walk around the front, you can see though he's got two LED light bars right here permanently. There's a shroud right there that's permanently welded to the boat. So he's always got his running lights there. He never really takes them off anywhere in his little duck boat. But he's got a ton of room up here on this front deck to fish. I mean, I feel you got plenty of room up here to walk around and fish. It really opens up that Marsh series for a second dimension of what you can use it for. Not just hunting and fish, not just hunting, but also fishing. So, and then the trolling motor comes back inside here and locks back down in place there. I mean, you could leave it on during duck season if you wanted to, I guess, but it adds a little bit of variety to what you can use this boat for. So I think it's going to be a cool boat. Just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm going to try to get a video with this deck off and show you what it looks like with the deck off. Thanks for checking it out.
Back, slide back to a stack of bricks. Left us a Buster Brown full of paper down at the office. A sink full of dishes and a double wide and laying back in the sticks. Now I'm in the Mumford Lane, headed east over those three sisters. With my 99 2 days down the trail. 10 in the wind and the window down, hunting for Charlie. I'll never make it home for supper, and I'm never around to check the mail.